Good evening. This is the Guyana Learning Channel's news in capsule for Monday, November 8, 2021. In the news tonight, 63% of teachers vaccinated against COVID-19. MOH signs agreement with McMaster University, and SBM Offshore donates $68 million for mangrove restoration project. In the world of sports, West Indies fined 20% of match fee. Regionally, Belize versus Trinidad and Tobago case first in CCJ history. And on the international scene, Twitter poll calls on Elon Musk to sell 10% stake in Tesla. With the details, I am Danelli Singh. Just over 63% of teachers in Guyana have received their COVID-19 vaccinations, while approximately 30% of the students eligible for vaccination have been inoculated. This information was provided by Minister of Education Priya Manik-Chan during a press conference held on Friday at the National Center for Educational Research and Development, NCERD. Minister Manik-Chan noted that through several measures implemented by the ministry, there has been an encouraging increase in the number of inoculated teachers in the system. The minister noted that it is important for the teachers as well as students to be vaccinated. With the students, however, the vaccination rate has been lower than with the teachers. Overall, approximately 34% of persons aged 12 to 18 years in Guyana have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and approximately 28% are fully vaccinated. These numbers include persons who are not in school. The two-dose Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine is currently available to persons 12 years and older. However, the minister noted that the vaccine will soon be made available to learners from ages 5 to 11 years, given that clearance has been given for this by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. Manik-Chan noted that the ministry is hoping for schools to return to normal as soon as possible, given the effect that the COVID-19 pandemic and resulting school closures have had on the education system. She pointed out that vaccination is a big factor for schools to be able to return to full normalcy, thereby enabling all students to return to the classroom. Presently, at the nursery and primary school level, learners are attending school on a rotation basis, while at the secondary school level, only grade 10, 11, and 12 students are attending face-to-face classes. This piece was extracted from the Guyana Chronicle. Minister of Health Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony made a recent trip to Toronto and Hamilton, Ontario to finalize a memorandum of understanding with McMaster University. The health minister was accompanied by Dr. Narendra Singh, Associate Professor of Pediatrics at the McMaster University and President of Guyana Help the Kids organization, a non-governmental organization partnering with Guyana to address infant mortality. This MOU essentially sets in motion a partnership in which McMaster has agreed to facilitate the training of Guyanese physicians in various subspecialties. In return, McMaster will continue to expand its global health and research initiatives with a major focus in Guyana. This piece was extracted from the Department of Public Information. SBM Offshore on October 26, 2021 signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, which will see the company funding a mangrove restoration project along a section of the east coast of Demerara, which will cost over Guyana $68 million or US $332,000. This one-year project involves the restoration of 1.2 kilometers of mangroves from Buxton to Strathspey Bay, East Coast Demerara, and will benefit over 500 households from the adjacent communities, while also providing employment for residents. Geotextile groins will be constructed along the foreshore at the project site to aid in the development of suitable conditions for the planting and growth of mangrove forests. Further, the project will facilitate the establishment of community nurseries to propagate the seedling and subsequent planting of 20,000 black mangrove seedlings along the project site. NARI's project coordinator for the Mangrove Department, Ms. Kenny Mosley, explained that residents will play a crucial role in the execution of the project as they will form the workforce for its implementation. She added, with the restoration of the mangrove ecosystem, nesting ground for crabs will be created, and this will pave the way for the return of crab catching, creating more income-generating opportunities for the residents. This piece was extracted from the Department of Public Information. And now in the world of sports. West Indies have been fined 20% of their match fees for maintaining a slow over rate during their 20-run defeat to Sri Lanka on the T20 World Cup in Abu Dhabi, UAE. Defending champions West Indies were eliminated from the semi-finals after losing their third game in Group 1 on Thursday against Sri Lanka. The International Cricket Council said in a statement on Friday that match referee David Boone imposed the 20% fine after West Indies was ruled to be 1 over short of the target after time allowances were taken into consideration. Captain Kieran Pollard was found guilty to the offence and accepted the proposed sanction. This piece was extracted from Loop News. And now for news in the region. Belize has brought proceedings against Trinidad and Tobago arising from the alleged failure of Trinidad and Tobago to comply with its obligation under the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. Court will be presided over by the Honorable Mr. Justice Saunders, President, and the Honorable Justice Witt, Anderson, Rajnath Lee, Barrow, Burgess, and Jamadar. This is the first original jurisdiction matter initiated by one CARICOM member state against another to be heard this week by the Caribbean Court of Justice. According to CCJ summary documents under the RTC, CARICOM states are required to impose a 40% common external tariff (CET) on brown sugar imported from sources outside of the Caribbean region. Belize contends that it has evidence to demonstrate that between November 2018 to June 2020, brown sugar which was produced outside the Caribbean region entered the market of Trinidad and Tobago without the 40% CET being imposed. Meanwhile, Trinidad and Tobago denies that it has permitted the importation of extra-regional brown sugar from any extra-regional territory without the imposition of the 40% CET. This piece was extracted from Loop News Caribbean. And now for international news. Voters in a Twitter poll have urged Elon Musk to sell 10% of his stake in Tesla in order to pay tax. More than 3.5 million Twitter users voted in the poll launched by Mr. Musk on Saturday, with nearly 58% voting in favor of the share sale. The vote could see him dispose of nearly $21 billion of stock in the electric car maker. He has promised to abide by the result in response to a billionaire's tax proposed by U.S. Democrats. But Mr. Musk, one of the world's richest men, has yet to comment publicly on the verdict or how and when he would sell his stake. Should he go ahead with the sale, it could leave him in a huge tax bill. This piece was extracted from the BBC. With that, we've reached the end of today's broadcast. Be sure to join us again right here on the Guyana Learning Channel for more educational news and updates. On behalf of the technical team, thanks for watching, and remember to stay safe, Guyana.